Want to be able to invite 25 of your friends to watch an Orioles home game in a catered suite? For your chance, play Strike It Rich scratch-offs from the Maryland Lottery and enter your non-winning tickets online by May 3rd at 9 a.m. at mdlottery.com/strikeitrich. And welcome back to Inside PressBox. This month, everyone around the nation had their fingers crossed that they had the winning ticket for the largest Mega Millions jackpot in the game's history. But there were only 3 winning tickets, and one of them was purchased only a few miles from the offices of PressBox. I spoke with the director of the Maryland Lottery, Stephen Martino, about a number of issues pertinent to gaming in the state of Maryland. Always good to catch up with my friend Steve Martino, director of the Maryland Lottery. Sorry about the Kansas Jayhawks, Steve.
They had a great season. No one would have expected, before the season began that they would get this far. And so I think as a Jayhawk fan, we were just excited that they made it to the Final Four, let alone to get to the championship game.
Now, speaking closer to home, what were the odds that someone from Maryland would have the winning ticket for the Mega Millions? Unbelievable.
Yeah. The odds in the game itself were 176 million to 1. There were 3 winning tickets, one in Illinois, one in Kansas, where I'm from originally, and then, of course, one in Maryland. And we were just really excited to have a winner in Maryland and to participate in the world's largest jackpot.
Tell our viewers a little bit about how you found out about this, because you had given special instructions how someone could reach you in the off chance that Maryland held one of the winning tickets.
Yeah, so we have 4 jackpot drawings every week. I mean, usually, your lower amounts, but because this was the world record-setting jackpot amount, I'd left instructions with our IT division to call and wake me up when they found out if there was one. I didn't really expect there to be a call. I found out, I think they had to call 3 times, and they finally woke up my wife, who then brought the phone to me and said, there's someone on the phone from the lottery. And I got on the phone, and they said, we've got a winner in Maryland.
What was so confusing about who was the winner? Was there really confusion at the lottery's end of things, or it was just media?
Yeah, no, absolutely. There was no confusion at the Maryland Lottery, and I think that we were very consistent in telling people that if you have the winning ticket, bring it in. All these stories in the media that were out there didn't mean anything to us. I think they captivated the media more than anything else. Obviously you had some New York City newspaper reporting on what might have happened in Maryland. It ended up not being true. That ended up being a distraction more than anything else. But, for us, all it mattered was who had the ticket. And in fact, the true winners came in.
Tell us a little bit while this is all going on, there's been some numbers that have come out that are just amazing, that speak to the business that the Maryland State Lottery is doing right now.
Yeah, we're obviously having a great year, and not only on sales, but in revenue that we're sending to the state. So on sales, we're up over 4% from where we were at this point last year. On revenue, which is money that goes to the state general fund to support all the good causes of the state, from K through 12 education to higher education, environment programs, social services, we're up 6.5%. And this is not money, frankly, that the state was expecting. I mean, we're over and above what the projections were. So we're having a great year. Mega Millions helped. I mean, we sold a lot of tickets leading up to this jackpot that was hit, but it's obviously to the benefit of the state.
Let me close with this. Timing-wise, Ravens usually have a scratch-off ticket, and so do your friends at the Orioles. And this year, not the double play scratch-off, the Strike It Rich scratch-off. Can you explain what's going on with that?
Yeah, we always try to have promotions both with the Orioles and the Ravens. They're both great partners. Obviously, the Orioles are off to a very good start this year, but they're great to work with, as are the Ravens. Last year, it was tied to the number of double plays, that the Orioles turned during the course of a game. This year, it's for strikeouts. So there's a fan of the game. If you're chosen to be the fan of the game, you get $500 just off the top, and then $100 for every strikeout that is pitched by an Orioles pitcher. It's great to have an association with all of our teams. The Orioles, I think obviously spring's in the air, and people are getting inclined to watch some baseball, and so it's a great relationship for us to have.
We appreciate your stopping in, and of course, how would somebody find out how to play those other games when you're not a winner of the Maryland Lottery on the scratch-off game for the Orioles?
We would encourage people to do two things, to find out information about all lottery games and what to do with their non-winning tickets. One, like us on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, find the Maryland Lottery. There's over 22,000 people who like us. We provide a lot of information through our Facebook feed. And then always go to mdlottery.com, which is the website for the Maryland Lottery, where we have all information about all of our games, not just the instant tickets, but Keno and racetracks, the jackpot games, and Pick 3, Pick 4.
All right. Stephen Martino, director of the Maryland Lottery, we thank him for stopping by, and we'll be back with more of Inside PressBox right after this. And that old advertising slogan from the Maryland Lottery, you got to play to win. And it's still true today. Don't go away. Next up, Matt Zenitz and I will talk Ravens draft after these messages. Inside PressBox is presented by Friedmont Mortgage. Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong lender. Go to Friedmont.com now for all of your mortgage needs.